Oh, right. I was supposed to do all the talking. Hey, how's it going? Before I get started, I gotta go to my comedy check sheet. Standing, check. Water bottles, check. Comedy, we'll see. And yes, I carry that around just for that stupid joke. It's great to be here in Shopping Town. I was gonna make some jokes about it, but I felt bad. It's kind of like making fun of the slow kid, you know? Like the only joke I thought of was, remember last year there was the shooting at Chili's, and a coworker's like, "Oh my God, did you hear about the shooting at Shopping Town?" I was like, "Oh my God, there were people at Shopping Town?" Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I was hanging out at the food court earlier at Destiny, and because there's food there, and okay, all right. What? Oh, sorry. Comedy check? Question mark. Okay, so it's good to be back here in my hometown of Syracuse. I can't read my own handwriting. That's what it's called, Syracuse, right? Last week I was doing a show in Albany, and this girl came up to me afterwards. She's like, "Just so you know, it's pronounced Syracuse," and I was like, "What?" You know, because that's not a word. And she said, "Your hometown is pronounced Syracuse," and I was like, "So you mean that me and everyone I've ever met have been saying it wrong this whole time?" She said, "Yeah." Scuff. Yeah. I was like, "Are you sure about that?" She's like, "Yeah, what are y'all, stupid or something? Syracuse?" I was like, "Oh, she said it again, okay." Don't get me wrong, I mean, the girl was cute, but after the awkward conversation, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna put my penis in her vagina. I might catch her stupid." Let's see, a little bit about me. When I was a kid, I was sick all the time. My parents took me to all the hospitals around here. And my mom was like, "I think it's a tumor," and the doctor's like, "It's not a tumor." Fine, let's go to Arnold Schwarzenegger for medical advice. I've got to ask my parents, and I'll gladly explain that reference to any millennials in the crowd after the show. Then I have to explain what a VHS is and a DVD is, a whole, just snowballs. Turns out it was a brain tumor, which is great, because you need that, like you need a hole in the back of my head, which I now have, so that's cool. I remember sharing that story in the class in college, and this guy was like, "Yeah, right, you're just saying that to get laid." Like, first of all, no. Second of all, how? In what world does this guy live in where I'm like, "Hey baby, you want to touch my soft spot?" Ow, not so rough. Oh great, now I don't know math, thanks. Or maybe that was public school's fault, I don't know. Go Tully. Also, I get a lot of questions about it, like, "Hey, did surviving a brain tumor give you a second lease on life?" And I'm like, let's see, I was 3 at the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no, it didn't. How great would that be? I'd come into pre-K and be like, "I said if I made it through this cancer thing, I'd quit the smokes. And I promised Ma I'd cut back on the applesauce." Not sure why it was Italian or from the 50s and that, but it is what it is. Let's see, what else? A lot of people always like to check out the back of my head. I don't know why. I think they expect to see like this open wound, which I'm glad that's not the case, because I'm pretty sure squirrels and shit would try to get in there, build a nest for the winter. They're like, "Hey man, did you hear that?" Like, it's the woodpecker. He got in there last week when I went camping. Just ignore him. Hey, unrelated, do you have any ibuprofen? Because I have this killer headache right now. Does anyone else's head feel funny right now? No, just mine? Okay. All right, I should stop doing that joke. Okay. Let's see what else about me. So I'm single, which means I turned a profit this quarter. Thank you. My girlfriend hates that joke. Not the money part. She doesn't want people to know she's my girlfriend. I get that. My parents do that when they come to one of my shows and it's not going well. They're like, "Hey, that's my neighbor's kid. We wrote him on the will, right?" Yeah, we did. Okay. Online dating's weird because like you can get rejected by hundreds of women in your area without even to leave the comforts of your own home or having to put on pants. That's such a time saver. Like, I signed up for this one, it's called OK Cupid. The name makes sense because he's not great at his job. Like, I got matched up with this girl whose profile said 2 sentences. It said, first one, I love heroin. And I was like, okay, swipe left. But I was like, well, I should read the second sentence. She did put a lot of effort into it. And the second one said, I love threesomes. And I'm like, well, a cup of coffee couldn't hurt, could it? And I noticed the other type of girls that are on those sites are really outdoorsy types. And I have like every grass pollen allergy there is. So I avoid nature. Plus I'm Irish, so like me and the sun are like mortal enemies. And plus, if you ever notice like a drug commercial for like genital herpes, the people are always like kayaking or hiking or doing something else incredibly white, like going to a farmer's market, I don't know. And I'm like, stay away from me. The only girls that seem to be left on those sites are like already in a pretty serious relationship with Jesus. And like he's the son of God, died for our sins, clearly uses his gym membership. I can't compete with that. A couple of Christmases ago, I got my parents a 23andMe test to find out my lineage, and they just took it this year. So complicated. I was like, you spit in a tube, you got it? They're like, okay. So we got the results back. I'm half Irish, half seaman. Way to follow directions, Dad. Well, at least I hope it's that. I always figured we're either Irish or vampires because, like, we both burn in the sun. We have a weird thing about crosses, and we have an all-liquid diet. So, see, same thing, huh? Speaking of drinking, I don't drink, which is not what you're not supposed to do when you're Irish, but, you know, I have a good reason for it. I don't drink for health reasons. No alcoholism doesn't run in my family, but wedlock pregnancies do. And what makes that more awkward is my parents and my older brother are here tonight. And they're my ride home. It's going to be an interesting ride home. I'm just kidding, they didn't come. All right, that's been my time, thanks.
I scared you? Yeah. I can see the hole in the back of your head. Oh my God. All right, another round of applause for Ryan Clark. I just want to shout out, I didn't say anything, but